bumps out there, so please stay seated throughout our whole trip. Please do not stand or seat swap or lift small children up in the air. We're gonna have a nice safe safari today, guys. But that being said, let's also have a lot of fun, and hopefully we'll find a lot of these animals. There is an animal spotting guide above you. That helps out as well. Alright, our first ecosystem here is the forest. We call it the Little Ituri Forest. On the right-hand side is an okapi. The okapi has that reddish-brown coat. They're actually relatives of the giraffe, even though it has stripes like a zebra. Its body structure is very similar to a giraffe. They both have really long tongues, long prehensile tongues that can wrap around leaves and branches and pull on them, kind of like a hand. But those stripes are actually a type of mimicry, which is a type of camouflage. It mimics the sunlight peering through the canopy, creating those striped shadows. And so it breaks up its silhouette, makes it a little bit difficult for predators to spot them. Coming up on our right-hand side, these are bongo up on this hill. And if you're looking on the left-hand side, there's a black rhino on the left-hand side. Up on that hill. So black rhinos, they weigh up to 3,000 pounds. They have a pointy lip which helps them browse through bushes and low-hanging trees. Saw those horns on it. Unfortunately, they are being heavily poached for those horns, and there are less than 5,000 black rhinos left in the world. They are critically endangered. Alright, we're going to be waiting for this bongo here. While we're here, you can look at its horns. Notice how they're sharply angled back. That allows them to run through the forest without getting the horns caught in the branches. So we'll wait here until it's finished drinking water.
And lean up. And lean up, you'll be up.
Don't tell me it's good.
They're usually in the water, yeah.
But it's early, right?
Yeah.
The bongo also has thin white stripes on it, which helps it blend in with the forest. It's also a type of camouflage. A lot of these animals here. Yeah, there's another rhino on the left-hand side, kind of behind us. A lot of these animals here in the forest, they rely on some sort of camouflage. These bongo are really silent as well. They watch their steps when they're walking through the forest to avoid stepping on twigs. So they're actually nicknamed ghosts of the forest because they're very rarely seen.
Oh, he's pooping out of his butt. Is he peeing out of his butt?
He's got diarrhea.
Yeah, that's what I'm
All right. There it is, guys.
Videotaping him peeing. Oh, I stop. Look at that.
Yeah, both the males and female bongo have those horns. Awesome horns. Alright, we're going to head over to the edge of the forest where there's a river. We call it Safi River. But just seeing the different animals here in the forest, guys, are a little reminder to us to use paper responsibly. As paper does come from trees in the forest like this. A lot of animals, they call it their home. So just make sure to recycle paper. Try not to be too wasteful. It'll help just a little bit. It takes a lot of water to manufacture paper as well. It takes up to 2 cups of water to make 1 sheet of printer paper. That means for a whole package or a whole ream of paper, it'll take over 50 gallons. If you look on the right-hand side over there, do you see those ducks that kind of look like they're standing on the water? That's because they're standing on the Nile hippopotamus. They weigh up to 5,500 pounds. That is much heavier than the black rhino. On the left-hand side is a whole group of hippos. We call it a group of hippos a bloat of hippos. They spend most of the day submerged in water. That's actually how they stay cool. If you notice, there is a little baby hippo in there. That little head sticking up, resting its head on the adult there. It's a little baby hippo. It's about 9 months old. So it's starting to actually grow its teeth. So it's starting to eat solids instead of drinking milk from its mother. But they spend most of the day submerged in water. They are nocturnal, which means they're more active at night, so they will be sleeping for most of the day. They can hold their breath for up to 8 minutes.
Oh yeah, that's a special
Oh,
thing
and
you
on
can
the
do.
left-hand side are the Nile crocodiles. They're the largest of the crocodilians. They can grow as long as 18 to 20 feet long. Look at those teeth.
I like that.
Crocodiles mainly eat fish. However, you saw those large jaws. They were extremely powerful. So if they wanted to, they are more than capable of hunting much larger animals like zebras, wildebeest, and sometimes even hippos. The hippos are very, very territorial themselves, and so hippos are also very, very aggressive. One of the most dangerous animals in Africa, actually. Alright, we're going to head out of the forest and we're going to head straight into the savannah. I know it was a little tricky to see some of those animals in the forest, but hopefully it'll be a little bit easier here in the savannah. It's very wide open, spacious, and flat. If you look at the trees in front of us, notice how they're all kind of trimmed up, creating this nice little line. That's one of the giraffes. So hopefully we'll see some giraffes over here.
Giraffes at night.
Oh, I do see some giraffes up ahead, guys. First, if we look on the right-hand side, those are springbok. Springbok are one of the smaller antelopes. They're only about 3 to 4 feet tall. Those are fully grown adult springbok. They're named that because of the way they spring or leap up into the air when they are alerted. They can jump up to 6 feet tall and leap 14 feet forward. And just up ahead is a giraffe, and I do believe there's a little baby giraffe up there. Yeah, there's a little baby giraffe just up ahead.
Yeah, next to his mom over here.
Oh, but if you look on the left-hand side, there's some African wild dogs running around over there. You might know them as painted dogs. They're the most successful hunters in Africa. About 80 to 90% of their hunts are successful, which is a lot better than large cats like lions and cheetahs. Wild dogs, they hunt in packs. They have an ability to expend a lot of energy to tire out their prey. Guys, so there's two baby animals on the right. There's a baby eland, Patterson's eland, and then a baby giraffe as well. Over on the left-hand side, there's some sable antelope, one of the more aggressive antelopes in the grass over there. Very, very aggressive. In a fight or flight situation, they almost always choose to fight instead of running away. And here's a little baby giraffe, only 3 months old, about going on 4 probably. And then the little baby eland. It's one of the first times we're actually seeing the baby eland out here on the reserve. So it's only about a month old.
Oh,